Hello, everybody. Good evening if you're watching in the UK, but good morning, good afternoon, wherever you happen to be watching from in the world. My name is Ivan, and I am a digital business builder, and I help people all over the world start and run their own digital businesses. These business talk series is my kind of opportunity to talk to my business partners because we're a global business, right? And what that means is, it doesn't matter where you live in the world, that there are people that will be running this business, and we all help people. We all help people just like you start and run their own digital businesses. But I'm quite nosy and I love to hear other people's stories, other business partners' stories, to kind of compare and contrast to my own. And today I am speaking to an amazing lady. She's called Emma, right? But get this, right? Because she could not be farther away. I'm in the UK. Emma is in Christchurch in New Zealand, right? It's like literally the crack of dawn over there, and she's got up specially to do this interview. So bear with her, she's a bit tired, but it's going to be good, so stand by. Hello, Emma. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How's everybody out there?
Well,
Really like
more awake than you, I'm sure.
My day's just started.
I know, and my day's kind of just finishing, so that's what makes it amazing. So how are you though? I mean, you obviously it's first thing in the morning there. Have you even had breakfast yet?
No, a couple of glasses of water to get my day started. Get hydrated.
Oh, no way, no way. So I was going to say hello because we've got quite a few people already watching. So hi, Saifo. So Saifo's watching from South Africa, right? Amazing. So good morning to you. Who else is watching? Please just type your name in the chat. Tell us where you're watching from, and we'll say hello to you. All right. And if you've got any questions at any point, pop them in the chat, and if we can answer them, we will certainly try our very best. So Emma, tell me a little bit about you, right? You know, I've spoken to you literally for about 5 minutes before we started. So, and tell the people here a little bit about you. So we know you live in Christchurch, but what else?
Yep. So I'm a nurse and I have been away from New Zealand for more than 25, 26 years. So I have lived everywhere. Well, not quite everywhere, but I've moved around a lot. A bit of a nomad, as my dad would call me. So I originally started my journey living and working in Australia, Brisbane. And then from there, I moved to London through to America and Ireland, and then back to America, and now I'm home. So, and that's nursing. So yeah, I met a few people along the way. I've traveled, I've done trips, and I still want to travel. But right now it's a really tough time. So getting back to work, doing my professional job, and then trying to get money and just basically build on my advertising budget.
Yeah, awesome. So what was the reason for starting your business then? So, you know, I get this, and clearly nursing's a passion of yours. So what was the driving force for thinking about starting a business?
It's to get ahead, basically, just to build that little side gig so that you can end up having some funds just to go maybe put towards a trip or maybe buy a car, or eventually we can actually own our own house. When you move around so much as I have, it's all been off our own back. So no help really from anyone else. We just paid for it for ourselves. And every time you go from one country to another, you have to pay for the logistics of moving. You have to set up. You don't come to a place that's furnished. So everything you have to buy. So a lot of us some has been new, some has been secondhand, but starting all over, it's a big bother. You know, opening bank accounts, getting your tax numbers, just learning how the banking works. I mean, the worst part was when I first moved to America, nobody knew how to get credit when I first got there. I was like, how do you get credit? Because I came over to the States with 100% pretty good credit from the UK. And I'm like, I can't get credit. I can't buy a car. Don't know how to get a car there. Would have been nice to have
downside to moving around a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of setting up, and it's just starting all over. Yes, that's pretty much me in a nutshell, just building that little extra side gig.
I get it.
for my
Did you ever
family.
think like doing a brick and mortar business, or like opening a shop, or I don't know, something like that,
No,
or was it always
no,
kind of online that you wanted to
always
do?
working. I'm a bit of a workaholic. So yeah, learning something different was what I needed to do because I feel like I can do my job with my eyes closed.
Yeah,
Um, so this business is nice that you actually do learn different skills. So learning to be a bit more about me, I suppose, as well as and how to manage and run the business. You know, being more
yeah,
positive,
it is.
motivated. Not that I don't already need to be. My friends think I'm crazy enough as it is. I'm always motivated. I'm always positive. But learning in a business sense and trying to develop that personal mindset, getting it focused on working on running a business. It takes
Yeah, and
time.
that's a good point because it is markedly different, isn't it? To just, I guess, to doing your normal day. You need to be quite organised, and I think the rest of it kind of comes. You learn as you go, don't you? That's what I found
Yeah,
anyway. No one knows anything like. No one knows about running a business when they start. That's the whole point. But you kind of just learn as you go, and that's where your mentor and coach comes in. Because I don't know how your experience was of that, but mine was really helpful when I started. Did you find your mentor and coach helpful for you when you started?
he did. Yeah, they helped me set up the business in terms of getting my Facebook page, the technical things.
Yeah,
But then the mindset stuff comes with practice and over time, picking up from the training and from the educational sites as well when we have books to read. Because there's some downloadable books on our system as well, which is fantastic.
yeah, there was. Yeah,
I think one of my faves right now is called the Monday Morning Motivation.
yeah,
Yeah, so that one
yeah.
I'm really starting to get into because you already got the motivation, but you really need to look all about you
Yeah,
and
no, I get, I
being
get, I
true
get
and
it.
authentic to yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. It's an interesting point because a lot of people have the kind of desire, the want to start a business, but there's a difference between somebody that really wants to do it and has that driving determination to actually step forward and take the step versus someone that wants to do it, but then it just remains a pipe dream all the time. They never actually do anything about it, is what I mean. They sit on the couch,
exactly.
but they never actually get up off the couch and take action. And that's what separates us. It's true. There'll probably be people that will end up watching this replay that have a desire to start a business, but they'll never actually join a program, learn, and actually start a business. It'll always be a pipe dream to them. And they will have no one to blame but themselves for that because
Exactly.
it's down to self motivation. But I like the fact that you have recognized that and actually are almost trying to just improve yourself by reading these books as well. I love that. That's good.
It's making yourself take the time too, because you can do nothing about it and then just hope you can wing it. But you got to really work on building yourself up
Yeah,
because you
no,
have
that's a good
days when
point.
you struggle, you have days when you're on a great roll and you got things down and you go, oh, now I finally figured out how to do that using one of our tools as Canva. So I was like,
Yes.
oh, you just type in this and then you find your little thing and you play with it. Yeah, I think yeah, it's getting used to using your tools that you got given or you
Yeah.
purchase, and you're like, oh, you always wonder how people make things look really amazing and they look professional, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, mine look like
I love
a
that though. I
pencil.
love the creative side of it.
Yeah. So just learning little things at a time. Sometimes that penny does drop.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
no, I get it. I get it. I get it. I just want to say we've hello to Donna. We've got Donna watching from Ireland. So hi, Donna.
hey, Donna.
And then we've got somebody else watching in the UK, but for some reason I can't see their name. So whoever you are, hello. So we work online. We run a digital business.
Yeah.
What does that mean, Emma? Right? When people say to you, right, what is this digital business? What is it you do? How do you answer that question? What do you say to them?
So basically, it's putting yourself out there. That's the biggest hurdle. Is people get to know you for who you are and what you do, and they go, "What do you do?" And you go, "I run a business." And you can't give too much away because you really have to get into the system to find out exactly what we do. Once you join us, then you get all the tools to help you build your business. Now, you do have an opportunity where you can refund if you don't think it's for you, because really you do need to keep your head in the game. You need to be able to work on building the foundations, because nothing happens overnight. It's something that does take time, and it also helps build yourself up, your inner self, and fixing this mindset thing as well. So like, I want instantaneous gratification every freaking day, but it's not going to happen. Not in this business. Yeah, you got to work on it.
I love that, honestly. That is very refreshing. I love that.
Yeah,
it's true, though, isn't it? We do. We all want money, everything to come to us all at once. We all want, the money and just the abundance and everything. We all want that. Everyone wants it, despite what everyone says. Everyone wants that, and that is what propels us every single morning. So right now, you got up out of bed this morning with this, and you were being driven because you're hoping today's going to be a day where you're going to generate some of that wealth and that abundance.
Exactly.
That is exactly it. I get it. Were you
and starting the day, getting out of bed and just starting that day with that positive, gotta do, what's next, how are we going to go about it, having that plan it helps. Don't sleep in. And if I do sleep in,
my body never lets me sleep in, but I know what you're saying.
Or just sitting there and watching movies, and then you feel like you're not being productive. That's the frustrating part, because you're like, I got to be doing something. And that's hard. I can't sit still. So that's why I like doing this business. I can work on it bit by bit, keep building on it, and getting hopefully better with it too, in terms of getting advertising right.
When you
I love the mindset.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
So I thought you stopped then. There was a bit of a delay. Sorry, can you hear me okay still?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So I was going to ask you, there are millions, well, not millions, but there are loads and loads of opportunities out there, aren't there? Right? You can literally go on Google and you can blah, 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 and a big list of and supposedly get rich quick schemes will pop up, and people can be forgiven for being skeptical because it's overwhelming. Right? They don't know which one to do. They don't know what to go left. They don't want to go right, straight ahead. What do I choose? Who's telling me the truth? And it creates a lot of skepticism.
It does.
Were you skeptical before you started this?
Initially, yes. When I just when I first saw how the business is working, I was like, could I do this? Is that for real? And I know several people that have done this now, and they are doing very well. So I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to work. It's just a matter of plugging in, keeping your head in the game, and working and building that foundation so that you can actually be prepared and ready for it when it hits you. So
no, it's true. It is true.
Yeah.
And I think part of it as well for me, and I say this on a lot of times, is the fact that we're doing this. So the thing that I think makes our program different, our mentorship program different, so everything else that's out there, is the personal connection. Well, there's actually a few things, but one of them is personal connection. So one of them is this, right? Being able to put a face and a name to whatever. So, I'm quite happy to put my name and everything out there and on everything to do with my business, as you are.
Yeah.
All right. And here we are talking live to the world. If this wasn't genuine, if this wasn't real, I would not want to do that. I would not do that. You would not do that. We would be faceless. People would be having to message us. They'd never hear us. They'd never see us. That's what makes us different, But the training, I think, the way that we guide and support people, because we do literally provide them with business in the box, don't we? They literally come along, and we literally give them this business in the box. And they just come along and they open the box and they just go. Right? That's the best. I can't think of a better way to explain it. And we make it so easy, and it's that makes our business special and different to everything else out there. Is there anything else that springs to your mind that maybe puts us apart from anybody else that's out there doing something similar?
So the training has changed a little bit in terms of a lot more clarity, which is better. I think when I first started, it was a lot of overwhelming because I was just putting myself immersed, and I was like, oh, what have I done? So now we actually have a specific start for newbie people. And it's a great way to look at how to really get the basics of a business. And then once you feel more comfortable, you can build on working on the over time, watching the masterminds in action, because these people have been doing it for a few years now. We see all these success stories and you think, God, wouldn't it be great? But they've been doing it a while and they're more experienced and, they're ahead of us, but we will get there. Everyone's getting there. I've seen people climb. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's what makes you keep that drive going. You just go, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
That's good. Yeah, no, and I absolutely believe that. I'm 3 years in. You're about a year, just over. People are in this business for the long haul, and it's not about getting rich quick, as we've said. You're going to build a business over time. What I always say to people, though, is starting and running a digital business, the return on that will always happen much quicker than a brick and mortar business.
That's for sure. I mean, some people are really doing very well. So it's because we have a lot of options as well. So it's not just one item on our group. And when you have multiple streams, it gives you a lot of opportunity. But it's good to focus on maybe one or two, and then once you build up, then you can actually.
Yeah, no, really, I think it's good. I absolutely agree with you. And for the people watching, preempting a question. So we operate our digital business in 5 different sectors. So health and wellness.
Yeah.
Travel, personal fitness, coaching and mentoring, relationship building, right? There's 5 different options for people. And I love that. I think that's so, it just, the choice and the flexibility that this business provides, there's nothing else out there that does it. There's nothing else like it, in my opinion. I just really don't think there is. And because I think it's important that you find something to do, especially like a business like this, that you've got a bit of a passion about and you want to work, and, from those 5 areas, I'm pretty much sold on them all, to be fair. So that was very easy for me. But, even if you just, you want to focus in on the travel one or the health and wellness one, if that's your thing, if you want to put, you're all about health and wellness, healthy mind, healthy body, then you're going to fly. You just will love it. And likewise, if you love travel, hey ho,
Yeah,
seriously.
that's my tips. Have you traveled anywhere using one of our systems yet? Or?
Not so bit well, because that industry only came online, didn't it, quite recently? So
yeah,
my entire brand is about travel, right? So this fits perfectly well. So to be part of a kind of travel membership club that basically just every $1 becomes $2 is the best thing in the world, and that is just going to elevate my own travel from there to there. Right, but also building a business on that as well is just so exciting, because it's totally aligned to what we do, because our business is all about travel. So I love that. I do, absolutely.
It's great to have those opportunities, isn't it? It's just like
it is, and I love that. I think it's a flexibility, you know what I mean, and it is choice, variety, and what all that means ultimately is this business is attractive to so many people because of those 5 things that I've just talked about. Everybody will want and love at least one of those areas, right? Okay, I mean, I'll just zero in on travel. Who doesn't want to travel, right? And I appreciate there will be some people, right? But let's just say there's 80% of the world's population would love to travel, and that won't be a stat that's far wrong. That in itself is incredible. So yeah, I just love that. I do. How do you keep yourself motivated then? Because you mentioned these books, but do you need to is there anything extra that you need to do to kind of keep yourself motivated, or does a business kind of keep you motivated itself anyway?
Well, I have to look around me and go, gosh, keeps me motivated. I need income. So I need funds to help get me going with the business, because you do need to advertise. And if you don't advertise, you get no business. But then you can also do it on the side. So putting yourself out there and branding yourself out there, that's what makes people attract to you. Just be yourself, being honest. I was going to ask you the same question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what keeps you motivated? What do you do in order to keep yourself in the game?
I'll answer it next. So go on, carry on.
So yeah, I think for me, I didn't do a lot of reading initially. I tried, and it's hard to sit still. Like I say, I don't sit still for long. So finding time in between just watching and reading, and especially when it's all online, because I'm a physical person, but because it's all online, it's available. I can make it bigger so my eyes don't get so strained. Gosh, I'm fine. I might have to start wearing glasses more often than anything else. So having these downloadable books has made a big difference. It's made it a little easier, and I don't have to feel like I'm getting bored, because I can't see. My eyes are straining. Yeah. So reading, maybe watching the masterminds, that helps as well, because you see all these people are doing it. You wonder what they're doing different, why and where they come from, how they build up from this. A lot of people did come from some skeptic backgrounds as well, and some have struggled along the way. And when you see when they can build their success through their mindset and preparing, getting that groundwork going, they're just, the world's the oyster right now. I mean, some people are just taken off like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. But then there was also the journey when you hear of people taking a year, 2, 3 years, and then they're like, boom, it's off. So you just got to be patient with yourself and don't rush.
It is true.
Yeah.
Or like what I'd add to that, because I'd echo all of that. The other aspect for me, because I'm a coach as well, is seeing my kind of my business partners succeed as well. So guiding, helping, mentoring them, seeing them learning, developing, growing as people, as business owners, I just love. Right, a passion that I've always had throughout my career has always been personal development, and seeing someone take on board what I'm saying to them, apply it, and then just see the results on the back of that. It is probably one of the most satisfying feelings that I can really get, and I love that, and that I look forward to getting that in a day. That's that feeling. That's what I enjoy. But apart from that, everything that you just said, I get up in the morning and it is about, okay, let's make some money.
That's pretty much it. Get motivated.
Exactly. And it all starts, doesn't it, this with a workshop, which is tonight. Well, it's about 5 hours for me. It's 1 a.m. in the UK, Wednesday morning. Mm-hmm. So for you, it'll be midday, I'm guessing, isn't it? Midday?
Yeah, 12 noon New Zealand time and 8 p.m.
What an amazing time for that. When I've got 1 a.m. in the morning, you get midday.
Yeah, midday, and then the US get 8 p.m.
Yeah. So, and it all starts with a workshop. So just tell the people watching, why should they and how do they find out more about the workshop?
Well, if you log into our websites, as you can see, you register yourself in your email, and then you watch this webinar where you can get information about all the people that have joined, and they won't give it all away, but it gives you to think, maybe I want to be joining this business. You do pay a fee at the end if you are really interested to know more, and if you decide at the end of going through the stuff, you pay your fee, you go, no, it's not for me, we will refund the money back to you, no questions asked. But we do have several options, so just check it out and don't give yourself a hard time saying no, it's not for me, and don't look into it, because you're not giving yourself a chance to see what it truly is standing for. I think that's, don't you think? Like being
No, I do. I think
big, look around.
A very good point is around the options. So, the reality is, you can start a business. We have startup options from a variety of price points. And once you join the program, we can have that conversation with you. All right. But whether you've got lots of money or very little money, I guarantee you there will be an option that will allow you to start your business. Okay. And that is flexibility, right? That is, so giving you those options is an absolutely amazing aspect of this business. It's not just one size fits all. Watching the workshop is incredible, because you get to hear the testimonies from people. So Emma, you've mentioned this already, but it's kind of it's kind of two halves, isn't it? It's about 90 minutes. So I'm going to manage expectations and say that, to watch this, you need to put 90 minutes of your life aside and watch it, right? Yeah. And if you can't afford that time, then realistically, probably working online is not for you, right? But it's an invaluable webinar. It's too hard. You've got kind of 45 minutes of information about the program, about working online, about why now is the perfect time to do it, right? And I present the webinar, so I'm talking from specific experience here. And then the second half is testimonials. So people like Emma, right? Business partners from all over the world come on to these webinars every single Tuesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Friday, depending on your time zone, and just share what's working, right? How it's working, how much they've made, right? That's one of the most common questions we get asked. You hear all about that on the live webinar, right? But the timings might not work for you wherever you are in the world. If you're in the UK, 1 a.m., you probably could think of nothing worse than staying up to 1 a.m. to watch a 90-minute webinar. And I get that, right? If you're in the US, then it's early evening. It's perfectly set up for you, right? But it doesn't matter, because all the webinars are recorded, right? And once you've registered, we will send you the replay to watch at your own convenience. So you can watch it whenever. It makes it. We made it really easy, right? It's an incredible webinar, and like I say, on the back of that, you can then join the program, and then you'll get all the information about all the options that Emma's alluded to, that we've talked about today, and you'll very quickly see that this business, quite simply, is the biggest and the best online business in the world. Fact. End of. Right, and that's not me just saying that because I'm in it, right? Come and check it out for yourself and see for yourself. Websites are on the screen. Register, get some information. It is as easy as that. Emma, any final words of wisdom? Inspire these people watching. And I appreciate this is early in the morning for you, but go on, inspire our audience.
Come check us out. Seriously, it's a good way to start something on the side. I'd say very successful people. If you want to be part of the success, you want to be motivated, you want to keep your head in the game, you want something for you and your family that you can build on, this is something that you can really investigate and think this could be something I could do.
Yeah,
check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just going to answer Eric's question. So Eric's just asked a question, do I start with money? So yes, it costs to join the program. So when you visit the website, right, and then there's an option down there to join the program, and it'll cost you $149 to join the program. So you'll need to pay that to join. You'll then get all the information about the business, right, and all the different ways that you can start, right, and what makes this business special. And then you'll have a conversation with someone like me, who's a coach, right, and Emma will have a coach as well, who will then, and together we'll have a Zoom call and we'll work out the best way to get you started. All right, but you'll need to pay that $149 in order to start. All right, but go to the website. It's all the information's there. All right, and that $149 is refundable for 30 days, Eric. All right, so that you can find out everything and decide if it is for you, and if it's not, you can get your money back. So we make it really easy. All right, we make it really, really easy. So hopefully, Eric, that helps and answers that question. Emma, thank you. That has been absolutely awesome.
Well, thank you for your time too, Ivan. I really do appreciate it.
No, you're very, very welcome. And I can say I'm just so impressed with the fact that you're doing this so early in the morning. I just love that. So, but have an amazing day. Thank you again. All right, and I look forward to seeing your success. And to everybody watching, thank you. All right, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this on replay, then I hope you got something out of that. Please feel free to message us. Our websites are on the screen, and we look forward to helping you get your business started. All right, but until next time, Take care, everybody. See you later.
Bye.